Hey everyone, this is Soul with another, I think I'm recording, yes I am, I think I have another video, and I'm gonna go over scene by scene and just do some like really quick just quips and reactions to this very busy trailer that we got that announced the announced date for Shadowlands coming on November 23rd. This is like so fresh. I'm like probably going to get information wrong as I'm doing this. But yeah, we're just going over the trailer because as you can kind of see, there's like lots of little colors here which indicate each and every cut. So we're seeing scenes that we haven't seen before. Some stuff looks familiar from earlier trailers and whatnot. So, you know, we're going to be going through all this madness slowly and painfully. Probably. Yeah. So let's enjoy yourselves. The sound is going to be off. We're just going to look scene by scene at what's going on. So for example, this very first scene, this is where we've seen this one already, where we see Bolvar get dragged in after he gets blasted by the Lich Queen, or aka Sylvanas and whatnot. This scene is also familiar. We see Anduin looking over the very articulate statue of a very well-made statue of Varian as his puppy looks on longingly, hoping that one day Anduin will look at him the same way that he looks at this statue. Moving on, more staring, and off-screen probably more lamenting in part of Gengraming. So we move on to this new scene of the Maw and Torghast in the distance, really looming. I love the foreboding feeling of, yeah, you're not in Kansas anymore, friendos. Going to the next scene, we see our first, I believe this is this is our second look at an animated, not exactly a high-res version of Sylvanas, but we get the second look of her in her new form with her even more encompassing hood, which we see even less of her hair up, which is a little bit depressing, aside from her super penetrating eyebrows. Gosh, I hate that. But here's like a super awesome shot of the Chad, the jailer, shirtless, you know, ready for action. I really dig the look of this. It starts to deliver some of that whole villainous look to him, and of course all of his bros. You can see in the distance there. It's a little bit hard to see, but you can see like a little figures of like some of our heroes of Azeroth there in the distance, looking super small compared to the tats of the jailer and all of his cronies. You know, they're pretty much being like, "Oh, here he is, guys! I found him, Dad! I found him." And jailer's like, "Oh, so here they are! Oh, little morsels, something." On the next thing, we see something that is again familiar. This is a scene right before Bane is gonna get took by agents of the Maw, which is a little bit sad because I have a pretty good feeling that we're not going to see the likes of Bane get captured. We've seen Anduin get took, but we're not going to see him or Thrall or Jaina get captured, and that's a little bit that's a little bit sad. Folks in Revendreth, so we're getting, I guess, an idea of the rebellion that's going on. So this Venter lady, they're like, "Okay, go fast, guys, go fast," and she's like, "Oh, this ain't happening. Oh boy." So we get an idea of just how dire the situation is over in Revendreth. That looks like Prince Renethal over there, and he's like, "Oh no, my friend got took, and look, my friend behind me. Oh crap." You know, so things are not looking good in this particular cutscene. That looks like I think that looks like the Accuser. I know that I'm talking about characters that you've never heard of before if you haven't been looking at beta stuff. So I hope that these aren't like really spoilers. So they're like, "Oh my god, that's the Accuser." So I hope this doesn't really like tell you too much. Here we get this first shot of the Winter Queen looking plenty mean. See, this is the mean side of her. This is not the compassionate looking side of her. She's like, "Slay them." I totally forgot what she says in this shot. And here's our boy, Nathanos. And I believe he says something like, "Is this all you've got?" And he's just like, "Oh, hell no." and I love this because he's a total jerk. But yeah, he just well, look at that. He's whipping this out. He's like, "Oh, this arrow's bent." No, it's not bent. Check it out. It's really It's super straight. Go him. I'm not quite sure what what the Night Fae people are seeing here. This might be something, this might have something to do with whatever threat is coming, like the Drust. And here's like probably my favorite shot. Check this out. So here's who I think is Prince Renethal. He's like, oh hell no, y'all ain't gonna take me. He thrusts forward, bam, and this Stormborn guy is like, oh crap, I should have stayed home. Oh, it hurts. And Renethal's not done. He's like, no, I'm gonna cleave this dude and I'm gonna chop him in half. And you see like the, not exactly blood, but the anima trails going down, and meanwhile the Stormborn is like, oh man, this is a really bad day. Oh, gargoyles. Here's a really interesting shot of the jailer though. We see those precious lips, those, yeah, he's very puckered. And Thrall's looking on. It's like, and this is from an old scene of course, but Thrall's looking on. It's like, pretty lips, very pretty lips. But I have tusks. Check them out. And he's like, ooh, I like your tusks. Maybe I'll take them for my own. It's like, oh, you don't want these tusks. You'll take them off of my dead body. And he's like, oh, maybe I will. Sorry. So there's a blank shot in here until we see Nathanael's get, bam! He gets took by, of course, look at her. Oh, man. She is pleased with her work right now. She's like, oh, God, his ass is so good. And she's not done. It looks like she's up close because now she's like about to like swing and like just beat the crap out of him with her own bow. She's like, oh, I'm gonna give it to you, fucking Thanos. This is for Teldrassil. Bam, bam, bam. But yeah, she is happy. She's happy in the sinister. I am gonna torture the living crap out of you. You think that arrow was bad? Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. Oh! So anyway, quick shot of Sire Denathrius doing nothing, pretty much. Just kind of, I'm guessing that this is like probably later in the Revendreth questing. We're going to see him overlooking what seems to be the Maw all the way back there. He's like, oh, so heroes, you made it here way too late. Good going. And then here we get to see like this nice, perhaps what is one of the Thanos' last moments here on Azeroth, giving himself one last moment of badassery. Be like, man, you think that hurt? Okay, yeah, it hurt. Oh, it hurts. Yep. Oh boy. Oh man. Ow, ow, ow. Stop doing that. That really, it's like he's stabbing himself. Oh, stop doing it. Stop stabbing yourself. Anyway. We move on to Renethal. Now he's running. I don't know if this is before or after that whole badass Stoneborn scene, but he gets grazed right in the back from a sniper from way downtown. I don't even know like where this guy is coming from, but shink. And I believe, this is probably where he gets captured because at one point, spoiler alerts, this thing is full of spoilers probably. He gets taken to the Maw, and this is probably the moment where he got captured. Just before that. Here we're seeing Bastion under attack from renegade Maldraxi forces. They're not doing so hot, and yeah, I gotta say the aspirants and the stewards, they don't do so great at defending stuff. But oh well. Here was what seems to be a shot just before we escape the Maw. You see the jailer's dong and trains just kind of dangling right there, but you see forces approaching, the heroes of Azeroth and you as well as you're about to escape. The next cut is a really quick arrival of, well, I can't say for sure which Paragon or which evil Paragon. Basically, the bad Kyrians that pop up. One of them shows up. Oh, interesting that they still have like the yellow, holy-ish kind of powers whenever they appear. It's like, oh, boop, boop, yay. Okay. Here's a quick shot of, looks like the two different houses of Maldraxxus fighting each other. Clearly one is at greater advantage than the other. Oh no, he's gone. He's done. Sorry, dude. And then here's another arrival of a Dark Kyrian. Very imposing. And here's an early shot of the Rune Carver. How many fingers does he have, actually? He has 1, 2, 3. He has 5 fingers. It's very important to note because I've been keeping track of the rune carver as well as the Primus, who many suspect who the rune that they are one and the same. I don't think they're one and the same, mostly because this guy has 5 fingers, and according to screenshots that I've seen, the Primus I think has 4. So we'll have to see. You know, I might be wrong. And then finally we see a quick thing of Anduin, who is, I think this is where Anduin is being held early on in the Maw experience. Well, when we first visit the Shadowlands, he's just like, ooh, I'm just chilling. I still have all my armor on. They didn't strip me down or anything like that, which is obviously a very bad idea. And we end with the last shot on the Maw. This is where the Shadowlands starts. The Shadowlands experience starts, and I'm guessing that this is eventually where it's going to end. You know, we might go on a straight up raid assault on Torghast. You know, Torghast is going to not just be a game mode, but it's going to be a raid where we're going to be assaulting like the top of the tower, or there might be some other event that we'll need to confront the jailer somewhere, right? So it could be in Torghast, it could be the jailer himself, somewhere on the field, somewhere in the Shadowlands, maybe somewhere on Azeroth where we fight him directly, and then we take Sargeras' sword, shrink it down, and stab him with it. Spoiler alert. But probably not. But that pretty much wraps up this little frame-by-frame reaction trailer. I have no idea if this was great content for you guys, but I just wanted to share in this moment of excitement because I just watched this thing and now I wanted to review it with everyone. And I'm doing it on stream anyways for people to watch and read and enjoy too. So there you have it. Please like the video if you did enjoy yourself, and if not, just like it anyway out of pity. Otherwise, I'll see you guys for the next thing that I do, and of course subscribe for more of this and all things Warcraft. But anyway, stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, stay breezy.